It's not alive no more. You know when we was here, bro, it was buzzing in these streets. We've been here the last couple of days. There ain't nothing buzzing outside.
And nothing at all. I had to go home early.
Bro, I'm leaving too. I thought I was about to stay here. I'm getting out of here. There's no energy here.
Yeah.
And this city deserves and needs a person that can bring that energy here and take it over. No one's here.
He would take
From
it
that
over.
standpoint of that buzz and that energy. When he came, it changed the entire, the culture here shifted. When Bryant came, so I felt it alive and I felt it buzzing. Then I've been out here the last couple of days. I'm sleepy.
I've been in the house smoking hookah watching that
Yeah, I'm
old
sleepy.
clips.
First of all, this man talking about ain't no buzz and he want to be out. He 45. Take your ass in the house. But you know, he's just, I don't know what he's trying to do, actually. Like, I don't know if he's trying to, like, rile us up or, like, he got to understand we went through COVID. It's a different time. But all that said, I feel like it's a lot of buzz tonight, not only here, but in the association.
It's standards.
Yes.
It's standards.
Yes.
And if the Miami Heat don't want me to have standards on the players, that's on them. I will have it. I will always have a standard for the organization, whether I'm a part of the organization, whether I'm allowed in the doors, whether I'm never allowed in the doors, because I've gave so much to the organization. I have a lot less millions in my account for the organization. I have a lot less stats on the board because I gave up what was individual for what was pushed on us as a standard, as a culture, and what we about. Ultimately, when you know it's coming from one of your OGs, just like I called Bam when he was struggling this year, just like I gave him that vote of confidence to get his ass back on track, just like UD called him as well. We in those moments of celebratory moments, and we also in those moments when you need to pick it up and our team need to pick it up and we need more. That's who we are. That's the culture barrier that we hold. And so it's gonna come in positivity, and it's also gonna come in moments that you're gonna be like, I ain't like that. It's nothing personal.
You got the record, and, you know, that seemed like he would be a guy who would be able to get 83. He's got to be upset.
Like I said, it's performances that we as the Miami Heat haven't seen. Like, as much as we want to talk about all the greats that's been there, like, it was something that, like, people weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
and that's why I think like I said, I think a lot of people are shocked by it, because I wasn't the quote unquote anointed one where they was like, he can be the one to do it.
By the way, you play the Wizards April 4th.
I probably will get triple teamed when I touch the ball. That probably will happen.
You know what? You could get 50 against the Wizards the next time, and it might be a subpar performance.
Yeah, people are going to call me trash if I get 50. Yeah. I'll say
be
it wasn't
proud, man. Be proud. You have every right to be proud. And it was an incredible performance, and I don't care who you surpassed. You still put up 83. And you're right. Kobe'd probably say, you go, man. You go. Don't stop at 83. But congrats.
I appreciate that, damn, man.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. Back at y'all with another one. I wasn't going to do this, man. I wasn't going to do this. As much as it pissed me off, the way that Bam Adebayo broke or didn't break Kobe's record, because Kobe never had the record. Obviously, Wilt Chamberlain has the record with 100 points in a game. But the way that Bam Adebayo passed Kobe, it pissed a lot of people off, apparently, because most of the reaction to this game is not positive, and for very good reason. We're going to get to that later. But I had to address it, man. I had to address it. At this point, Bam Adebayo has become delusional behind this game. He got the nerve to disrespect Dwayne Wade. So now you think basically you're the greatest Miami Heat player of all time. You think you had the greatest performance ever by a Heat player, to the point where you can diss the true greatest Miami Heat player of all time in Dwayne Wade. You really think you're on Dwayne Wade's level? What Bam Adebayo is doing right now you're putting a microscope on your career. And people are going to go back and see, who is this guy who scored 83 points? Who is this guy who started dissing Dwayne Wade and claiming that he put up a better performance than any player in Heat history? You're comparing yourself to a Finals MVP, an 8-time All-NBA player, when Bam Adebayo has never made All-NBA, not even once in his whole career. We're talking about a scoring champion in D Wade. Bam Adebayo couldn't win a scoring title if his life depended on it. We're talking about a Bam Adebayo who only averages 16 points a game for his career. And you comparing yourself to D Wade? A Dwayne Wade who's averaged 30 points a game for a whole season, when the most points that Bam Adebayo's ever put up in a season was only 20 points a game. 20 points a game? And you talking like you like that? In today's NBA, there's like 50 players putting up more than 20 points a game. And that's the best that you could do. It's levels to this. You talking to a top 75 player. Bam Adebayo's not even going to make the Hall of Fame. He's not on the level. He's not good enough to talk trash about Dwayne Wade. I don't care how many points he scored in one game. That's one game. And there's a lot of people that are on Bam's side and that are pumping this up like it's the greatest thing ever. Like his 83-point game actually means that he deserves to be in the conversation with Kobe and Wilt.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Like he didn't shoot 43 free throws in one game. 43 free throws. To put that into context, the man only averages 5 free throws a game this season. Now, all of a sudden, he's shooting 43 free throws. I call
bullshit.
There's been games where teams have fouled Shaq from the opening tip, purposely fouling Shaq to put him on the line. And Shaq has never shot 40 free throws in a game. Anybody that think that's legitimate, there's something wrong with you. And then there's people that will say, oh, well, you have to watch the game. The Washington Wizards just couldn't stop him. They just couldn't stop him. Bro, he shot 46% from the field. I know this graphic is rounding up, but he shot 46.6% from the field. 46% from the field is not a percentage where it's just the other opposing team just can't stop you to that level. Out of all the players in NBA history that have scored 65 points or more, all of them shot over 50% from the field. All of them, except for Bam Adebayo. He's the only player in the history of the NBA that ever scored 65 points or more that didn't shoot at least 50% from the field. I'll give Bam credit for the first quarter. The first quarter was organic. He scored 31 points in the first quarter. That was organic. Everything after that was thirsty. He shot 10 for 27 from the field. That's what he shot for the last 3 quarters of that game. And people want to say he was so unstoppable that the Washington Wizards didn't have a choice but to foul him because they were helpless. They couldn't do anything to stop him. 10 for 27? There is no way that you can say that he went to the free throw line 43 times just because he was unstoppable if he went 10 for 27 from the field for the last 3 quarters. So he made 36 free throws. By contrast, to put it into context, Kobe only shot 20 free throws in his 81-point game. He made 18 of them. Now let's take away the free throws. How many points does Bam score without those 36 free throws? If you take away Bam Adebayo's free throws, he only has a 47-point game. If you take away Kobe's free throws, he still has a 63-point game. And you got haters sitting up here trying to act like it's the same? Get the F out of here. The whole league is calling this BS. Ime Udoka, when he was asked about it, he said 40-something free throws? What? Like, what are we doing? 40-something free throws for a guy that only shoots 5 a game. JJ Redick, the head coach of the Lakers, he was asked about it. He called it a quote-unquote different type of basketball.
Bam has 77. And I was like, huh? And then I watched the last 3 minutes, and it was a different type of basketball.
This is not basketball at this point. They're up 25 points trying to do everything that they can to get Bam to score. They started missing free throws on purpose. When have you ever seen a team up 26 points missing free throws on purpose to try to help somebody score more points? When have you ever seen a team up 25 points intentionally fouling the other team so they can help another player score more points? That's not basketball. At that point, it's a circus. And then you got haters, people that, and only Kobe haters are saying stupid stuff like this. Oh, well, Kobe stat padded too. He was taking all the shots. And nobody else on the Lakers shot any of his shots. The game was still close. He was trying to win the game. He's done that a lot of times when he was playing with Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, and Chris Mims and his starting lineup. He didn't have a choice. Look at this screenshot right here. In the fourth quarter, with 9 minutes to go, in the fourth quarter of Kobe's 81-point game, the Lakers were only up by 7 points. He had to score those points. He was trying to win the game. When you look at Bam's game with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, they're up 21 points. 21 points. And instead of trying to close out the game and get the win, they're doing everything that they can to try to help him score more points. Intentionally fouling when you're up 20 points. You got his teammates missing free throws to try to get him more shots. Eric Spoelstra even challenged the call to try to extend the game so Bam could get more shots. If Kobe would have did all that to get his, he would have got crucified. The media would have called Kobe selfish. They would have called him thirsty. They would have called him goofy. And everybody knows it. If Kobe would have did half of what Bam was doing and what the Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra was doing to try to get Bam those points. If Kobe would have did that, he would have got annihilated by the media. And Bam has the nerve to say, oh, I know what Kobe would say if he was alive. He would congratulate me.
You know, in my mind, it's like I wonder what he would say to me at this point.
What do you think?
He'll probably tell me do it again.
But that's the thing, Bam. You can't do it again. You not like that. Prior to this, you only had one 40-point game your whole career. So you can't do it again. And Kobe wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say nothing to you. He wouldn't say nothing at all because he don't agree with the BS that y'all just pulled. You're blowing out your opponent and you're going to do everything that you can to get as many points as you can. They call Kobe selfish. Kobe would never do that. Kobe already said, he already made a statement about doing stuff like that. The same season when he scored 81 points. He scored 62 points against Dallas in 3 quarters. The only player in NBA history to outscore an entire team by himself through 3 quarters. Even Wilt never did it. Kobe's the only one. And Kobe could have kept on going. He could have kept running up the score like you did. He could have asked his team to help him to score 90 or 100 points. But Kobe didn't do that because they were already winning by 20 plus points. Oh, and I love to hear the people say, well, you talk about the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards, the Toronto Raptors suck too. Well, Dallas didn't. Kobe scored 62 points on Dallas, and Dallas made it to the finals that year. But did Kobe stay in the game? And did he try to run up the score and try to get real goofy and weird and try to score 100 points? No. Phil Jackson asked Kobe if he wanted to go back in the game. He said no. He scored 62 points on Dallas in 3 quarters, and he didn't even play the 4th quarter. Because it's goofy. It's thirsty. Bam Adebayo is going to go down as the thirstiest player in NBA history. That's what he's going to be known as. And when you asking, oh, well, Kobe would do the same thing, Kobe would do this. No. Kobe already had the chance to do that, and he didn't.
We're playing the Dallas Mavericks. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Kobe had 62. The Dallas Mavericks had 61. We were up, I think, 30 or 33 points. Phil Jackson asked me to go ask Kobe if he wanted to start out the 4th quarter to try and get 70 points. So I walked over and asked him, and he looked up at the scoreboard and he said, nah, I'll get it another time, when we really need it. So I got kind of pissed off. I was like, look, man, you got a chance to score 70. He looked at the scoreboard again. Nah, we're up 30. We don't need it right now, so I'll do it another time. Well, about 3 weeks later,